Because you come same time every day, I bet we can catch on to you. It's like fucking clockwork, isn't it?
What have we got today?
Only noodles today.
Right, okay.
Tiny little pot.
One pot?
One pot.
What else have you had?
Nothing. Yeah, I've got yogurt there. Good boy.
Usually at breakfast.
Oh yeah, I've had breakfast, yeah.
What have you had?
Bacon and egg. Yeah, time today got shot. Some crumpets.
Hello and welcome to Wolfsburg Vans, where we take you behind the scenes and show you what it takes to build and sell some of the best custom vans in the UK. You'll get exclusive access to the many sides of our business, our fantastic team, the ups and downs, and a whole load of sexy vans. Let's go. Hi, welcome back to episode 7 of Wolfsburg Weekly. We're going to start today's episode in the workshop and show you some of the customer work. You'll hear us at the beginning of each episode so far saying that we've got customer work in and what it is, blah blah blah, but we haven't shown you too much of it. So we're going to show you that today. So Chris is on with a carpet lining job and fitting a roof vent on this one. We've got this one over here for seat conversion and carpet lining, which Craig's working on. That's all prepped ready for the carpet, brackets and everything. Craig's just test fitting there. And then on this ramp we have got a lowering in. Big Mike's just halfway through lowering that on the front end, all stripped down. So that's customer work. Ant's on polishing one of our stock jobs on the dyno. So Chris is just carpet lining a van for a customer. He's just put the side rail cover on. Customer's opted for a black side rail. It's not a side rail cover, sorry, black side rail. So these come silver as standard, and we swapped this out for a black one.
And what's the customer opted for? So which package did they opted for?
So we've had a carpet lining package with upgraded sound deadening to include all the floor, all the wheel arches. We put extra insulation in the top because he's going to be using it for his dogs, and we've fitted this manual roof vent, if you just look up there.
And has he opted for the outro floor then?
Yes.
Dogs, I think he has.
Yes, he has. Yeah.
Yes.
Outro's great because it's wipeable, cleanable. You know, dog hair won't stick to it. Just watch your back there.
Oh, sorry. So with the carpet, obviously, it's a lot harder to get out in it.
Yeah, carpet. If you've got dogs, you don't really want carpet. You know, you're going to get dog hair all over them. Although anthracite hides it quite well. On the floor, you need to be able to, if they're going on walks with muddy paws or whatever, you need to be able to clean it down. So Outro's perfect for that.
And is that available in both the Mark 4 and the Mark 5?
Yeah, available for anything, any vehicle that you bring to us, carpet lining, because we do others as well. We have Ford Customs, transporters. So any vehicle we can do Outro on the floor.
What have you come here for today?
Carpet lining, a vent cut in the roof, and some side rails fitted, and some window vents as well.
Is that for? Are you carrying dogs in the back? Is that
yeah?
right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
So they've done some extra insulation for me as well to keep the dogs cool in the summer and obviously warmer in the winter as well.
Yeah, you opted for the Outro flooring, didn't you?
And the Outro flooring will keep it a lot cleaner.
Yeah, it's easy, mate. You just wipe it down. So, where did you hear about Wolfsburg?
Online. I watched a couple of the YouTube videos. So they just seem to be a really good company. All the work looked absolutely fantastic online. So I'm really pleased.
Yeah, and how's your experience been so far?
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The boys in the workshops have been brilliant. Any problems, just come and ask me before they go ahead and do the work. They've been really good.
Sky there. Fucking sky. Look at that.
Oh.
Can we send it out?
What she said.
Get some better ones later, but it's looking stunning.
That's nice.
Right, so I've got the photos here. So
do the advert, create the advert.
Create advert.
Are you creating a van advert?
It's that one, isn't it?
No, it's
No,
not an
not that
LCD,
one.
is it?
Oh, it's not, no, is
It's
it?
a part exchange.
Oh yeah, shit, it is actually doing that.
What is it, an IGO?
It's an IGO, yeah.
Well, Toyota or IGO that we've got in.
Oh, so someone's going to part exchange it for a van?
Yeah. They have done.
Oh, right, okay.
They have done, yeah.
So obviously, because Danny's moved from from painting to sales, he's so good at selling. We just found out he's got no computer skills.
None at all. Absolutely none.
I know, I had to turn his brightness up the other day.
It's like this other day, like that. Oh, I mean.
You know when you have to teach your nan how to use an iPad?
Yeah.
This is Danny on a weekly basis.
So like space.
Literally, the cat sat on the mat. That's just fucking not working now.
Just give it a sec. So we're just teaching him how to use our advertising system. Picking up, aren't you, mates?
Yeah.
Slowly.
Slowly. I'll, the second one I've done this, isn't it? I did one Friday, didn't work it out. Let's try again.
Spacebar.
Yeah.
Strapline. Put in the strapline. Put only 14,000 miles.
Where's that bit then?
There.
Yeah. Only.
Only. Oh,
Caps.
capitals, yeah. 14k
K, actually K.
miles.
Miles, yeah.
Exclamation mark.
Where you at? Oh,
Shift and one.
Shift and one. See, man, it's like educating a your nana. History teacher ones, geography teacher.
Went to Fred's Options the other day. You know, Kate's dead good at interior design.
Yeah.
The maths teacher said, "Oh, I need some interior design advice off you." Me and my wife are both maths teachers. We met at university. So you can imagine our house is just beige, so we need some design ideas.
Beige.
Need some design ideas of furniture and stuff. I said, and an abacus, and he just looked at me.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
What bloody hell's that?
An abacus.
You know what abacus is, don't you?
It's for maths,
For maths,
isn't it?
on the little fucking hell.
I ain't got a clue what you're on about.
But he should, he's a maths teacher.
Yeah.
Abacus is what you used to use for maths.
So he's already got it off.
Has he? So what's this? Is this one of the new ones?
Hey!
So is this the latest project?
Yeah, this is one of the transporters that's turning up. We've got another one and a couple of transits landing as well. So we're going to be customising these, lowering 20-inch alloys, paintwork. It's going to look really nice to be fair. The white and gloss black, I think that'll look nice, don't you?
Yeah.
What do you think
100%.
wheels? What do you think colour wheels?
Bronze.
Bronze.
I'd say so.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
bronze.
Look nice, won't it?
Yeah.
So we'll be seeing more of this in the next couple
Yeah,
of weeks.
next few weeks, yeah, this one and a couple of others. It's actually not a bad knit to be fair. This one's a side flagging on the other side. Dints, high spot dints. Right.
20-inch wheels, lowering kit, trim the seats.
Lip spoiler.
Yeah, full lower spoiler,
And boot spoiler, isn't it?
boot spoiler,
Sidebars.
sidebars, take that roof rack off.
It's actually a nice
I'm
one,
good
this
to
one.
go.
It's
So-
60k this one.
Yeah, so what is this van then? Is this one of the newer transporters? Is it a T6.1?
This is the start line spec. So
Okay.
that's the base spec that Volkswagen do. But it's got aircon. It's got cruise. So really, if you want a smart builder's van, but you don't want a 40-50 grand price tag that like a nice Highline T32 might bring, then this will be a good option. This is going to be priced really nice. Danny, what if we work this out at? 22,500. Grab the board.
Just under 30k you were saying?
Oh, that was the silver one, wasn't it?
No, the silver one's got low miles, hasn't it? Mid-20s? No, to be confirmed.
500, I'm sure we'd price it up at.
I'm sure you said that the other day, but I don't know if that were the red
If
one.
that's the case, that's big.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. That's going to be decent.
That's a really good price. So
Decent van.
a lot of van, yeah. So what's the mileage on it?
60k.
Wow.
60k on a 20 plate.
Are they
Euro
them,
6. Yeah, so maybe it would be nice to film that start to finish. So coming in, exactly how it is, to them being fully transformed.
Yeah.
Wolfsburg style.
Transforming the transporter.
You know, if we're going to get that around the 22, 23 map plus of that should no problem on that.
That's where it's going to be at.
Because everyone's buying, the price of these vans 45, 50, so we're not big for them. Apart from big businesses.
And they can be big businesses.
Big businesses
will
can,
always
yeah.
be able to afford them, but it's nice to be at that price range where, you know, it's,
Everyone can afford it.
it's affordable. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, done 60k that as well.
Yeah.
So what colour are you doing that one? Is that one staying white? Or?
Yeah, we'll keep it white. We'll do all the colour coding on it.
Yeah.
Put nice front kit on, rear spoiler, wheels, drop it.
Coilovers.
On a transport, and you've heard me bang on about how coilovers are not suitable for the Caddy. Well, on the transporter, it's the opposite way around. The only way that you can drop them low enough is on coilovers, and there are some good kits available. We usually use Bilstein Comforts. There's a IBAC Cross Solo kit as well, which are decent for these.
Yes.
Ultimately, if you want to retain maximum comfort, you'd leave it standard, but we're going to put the big wheels on and everything, so we'll have to drop it and make it look nice.
Yeah. So when do you think the work will start on this one then?
Week after next, I think. I think realistically, clearing up everything from Connor being off. Been saying that for about 3 weeks now.
Yeah, but no, it actually has had a domino effect. It has a technician off for 2 weeks.
But he's catching up fast.
Fast.
He's catching up very fast, so we've got other builds that need finishing first.
Soul bands as well.
Soul bands that need finishing, so realistically, bank holiday as well.
Yeah.
We won't start this till not next week, the week after.
Following Monday, innit, yeah.
But then it'll be in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
week it'll be done, so we can film it that week actually.
Yeah, definitely.
So what Danny doesn't know is that this was a big surprise, and this is actually his new company car.
Yes! Yes!
Get it?
I will drive that, I'm not a problem, mate. I would actually drive this.
So we're going to put some big wheels on, we're going to put some 14s on.
14's on.
Let's get a big spoiler up that.
Yeah. Good thing about these.
What are they?
Cheap on fuel, cheap on road tax, cheap on parts.
Yeah, they are, I think. 13 to 14.
Oh, no, they're 14s.
Whoa, big wheels.
It's got the big wheels on. Tidy car for someone though, 14k on it.
It is, isn't it? It's a nice colour as well.
Better than red. You always get red in these.
Yeah, all black.
Yeah, you know, company car for you. Two new staff members. Oh no. Quite the opposite. She's adamant that she wouldn't drive it, but got a beautiful little 2013 Toyota Aygo with only 14k on.
Zero road tax.
Zero tax. Well, great with scented media downside. I am, yeah. I'll send you the details. Has she got one already? So she's got one. So if you got one for Jodie, then they got matching. But it's scented branding down the side.
Pink fluffy steering wheel.
Yeah, she's not looking pleased with that idea. ITV News.
Tonight with Trevor McDonald.
When we sit at this table, I always feel under pressure.
Yeah.
There's no pressure, mate.
So, we're going to tell you about speed limits in vans because commercial vehicles carry different speed limits on UK roads than cars do. And this is something that a lot of people find out the hard way when they get a speeding ticket through the post, myself included. I've got 6 points for driving a van too fast on a dual carriageway. To be fair, I did know about the law, but I got caught at midnight, but that's another story.
Quite easy to capture these days though, with all the cameras and stuff. But like I said, people are educated on the actual...
Everywhere. So we sent Kingy up to seat surgeons with a load of seats.
I remember.
He got that road. Is it A64?
Yeah.
A64.
Lovely.
There's mobile camera vans everywhere. And I
Is
said,
it
watch
York?
out. Yeah, what's York? Watch out for the speed camera vans. They're there constantly. They're just literally sat there every day, speed
Yeah,
camera
they
vans,
are.
trying to catch people. So he got caught. I got a ticket through in one of our vehicles, and he sat doing 60 mile an hour. But of course, it's a single carriageway,
So it's 50.
so it should be 50. We should have probably told him, but
It's not one of them things.
he's had vans. He's had vans for
Yeah.
years. He should have known the law. But a lot of people don't realise. So when I rang him and told him, you got a speeding ticket. Oh, I did the speed limit. Yeah, no, but
Vans are always.
vans are different. Didn't have any idea, and he'd been driving vans for years.
That's
So
got
there
your
must
own
be
van,
there must be loads of people out there that don't realise that speed limits for vans are different. So let's break it down. 30 mile an hour limits are just the same. 30 and 40 mile limits exactly the same. So national speed limit, single carriageway, 60 mile an hour is the speed limit in a car. In a commercial vehicle, a van, if it says LCV on the logbook, it's a van. Doesn't matter whether you think it's car derived or not. If it says LCV on the logbook, it's a van, and the limit is 50. So not 60, 50 mile an hour on a single carriageway national speed limit. Dual carriageway should be 70 mile an hour in a car, is 60 mile an hour in a commercial vehicle. And you know what we see on all the Facebook groups and everything, people arguing all the time over, oh no, mine's a car derived van, Caddy, it's a car derived van. It's not.
It's an LCV
It's
on the
commercial
logbook.
vehicle.
It's
There's a
van.
few people knocking around where their logbooks say car derived van.
Why
I
not?
think it's just an error. When they're registering them, it's just an error. we see it sometimes. There's an error on the logbook. We see it quite often actually, where they've not put the Euro status on or whatever. It's just an error when registering. But the Volkswagen Caddy is a van, and you have to adhere to those speed limits. If you've got the Caddy Life,
Car.
that's a car. It's not a van. So Caddy Life is not a van, it's a car. Normal speed limits apply. Doesn't matter if you put windows in, seats in, picnic table in the back, a fridge, whatever, and think it's a camper. You used to be able to get them reclassified as campers. DVL have clamped right down on that now, and you can't convert them anymore and get them reclassified as motor caravans.
Still has a van on the logbook then
So
basically.
it's still a van. So you've got to be mindful of those speed limits because there's cameras everywhere.
Absolutely everywhere.
Everywhere. You can't even drive fast anywhere anymore.
No. Hence why I'm on 9 and you're on 6.
Are you on 9 points?
I don't know.
I've got that 3 points that are supposed to be coming from the new camera.
So both on 9.
So that speed limit's covered. Bear in mind, people, if you've got a van, different speed limits apply. Single carriageway national speed limit, 60 in a car, 50 in a van. Dual carriageway, 70 in a car, 60 in a van. You will get caught. All the ANPR cameras and everything, they know the difference between a car and a van. They're all linked to the DVLA. You'll just get an automatic ticket through. You've not got cat and hell's chance of arguing it. Although we see people saying, oh, I wrote to the DVLA, sent them a picture of the seats and glass in mine and they wiped it. I don't really think that that's happening too often, maybe in the odd case, but generally you need to just be mindful if you're driving a van that the speed limits are different.
But motorways are the same.
Motorways are the same, yeah.
So it's still just 70 car van.
On a commercial
what.
vehicle.
Yeah, okay.
So let's do a bit on part exchange. I think this is something that we haven't covered yet, and a question that we get asked a lot. Get asked a lot. Do we take part exchange? Yes, we do take part exchange. We'll take anything in. Cars, vans. We'll even look at motorbikes sometimes. No, we're not interested in watches. I know some car dealers will take watches and boats and stuff like that. We're not interested in anything like that because we don't know anything about them. But cars, vans, and occasionally we'll have a look at bikes because we can get them underwritten by people. And basically what underwritten means is if you phone us with a car, you phone us with, for example, a Volvo XC90, that's not stock that we would retail. So we would phone up a local Volvo specialist or a retailer that we know would stock that and say, can you underwrite this car for us? Here's the reg, here's the mileage, here's the condition, the service history, if there's any finances, the settlement figure, and that dealer that we'll be working with will say, yes, I'll underwrite that car at X amount. We'll say 20,000 just for the sake. We'll give you 20,000 for that. That's like, in the motor trade, that's like a promise. So if you've got a good relationship, you only do this with
dealers you work with.
You've got a good relationship with them. We've got a few of them. So that's a promise. They're going to give me 20 grand as long as the car is as I've described it. When it comes in, if it's as the customer's described it and we've agreed on the phone, then we'll sell that car on to that dealer at 20,000. We might occasionally make a couple of £100 on that part exchange by trading it onto the dealer, but we won't make like a margin profit like we would if we retailed it, where we'd make a proper profit on it. We just want that gone and our money back. We're just facilitating a deal on one of our vans.
Which helps the customer out, doesn't it? Really?
Helps the customer out, but you can use We Buy Any Car and you can use Motorway. Now Motorway are paying good prices.
I've been made that a lot last couple of weeks. That Norway seems to be averaging about £1,000 more than everyone else.
I've seen a few more than that. So when we price a vehicle up for you, we'll check a few different things. So first of all, we'll check the cap price. Now what cap is you've probably heard of like the glasses guide. Cap is the next one up than that. It's what everyone in the motor trade uses. The data's gathered from auctions. British car auctions gather the data for cap, so it's live and it's weekly. Yeah, so whatever cap says it's worth trade, because it's gathering data from so many different parameters. So we have an Auto Trader portal. We'll put the reg in, put the mileage in, and it will tell us trade price. Obviously it differs slightly. We can adjust it for spec if it's got specific spec on. And then condition really matters as well, but it gives us a rough indication of what that's worth. Trade value. Now remember, we can only pay trade value for your car. So if you're part exchanging a vehicle with us and you've gone and looked on Auto Trader and you've seen, well, my car's they're going for between 13 and 14,000.
But you're only offering me 9 for it.
You cannot expect to ring a dealer and for us to give you that money. We have prep costs, warranty costs, servicing costs, and then we've got to make money, which we get taxed on. And if you're a limited company like us, we get taxed on it twice. We pay corporation tax, and then if I want to take some money out of the business, I get taxed again. So there's a big difference between trade price, private price, and retail price. And what we find a lot is that customers get upset when you give them a trade price because they've seen, oh, they're going for this. Of course they are going for that, but we're a business and we have to make money.
I say if you've got to spend money on it, like a mechanical and service, and if there's parts that are broken, that you've got to pay for that, there's overheads to pay it basically.
Exactly. We've got a couple of £100 in warranty alone.
Yeah.
We're going to service it, we're going to MOT it. Even if it's been done, we've got PDIs, pre-delivery inspection. There's always going to be something. There might be a bit of paint on it because we like to do our stuff immaculate. But if we just trade it on, even if we just trade it onto another dealer, they've got those same costs. Yeah. So trade price. All those dealers use the same software to price vehicles, so you're going to get the same price pretty much from most of us. Now we'll also cross-reference with We Buy Any Car, and more recently I've been checking Motorway for people, especially if it's stuff that we don't want. I've been checking Motorway, and I had one that came back £4 grand more.
4 grand?
4 grand, yeah. So I think We Buy Any Car offered 9. We want it to be around 10. And Motorway were offering like 13.5, which was retail.
How are they doing that though? How?
I have no idea, but I'm hearing this quite a bit. So if you've got a part exchange, check those first, because unless it's a commercial vehicle, unless it's a van, we're not bothered about it. We're not bothered about taking your car. So you can take it somewhere else and sell it and then come to us with money. We Buy Any Car will have you believe that you're then in a better position to get a discount. That's not the case.
No.
Have you seen the adverts?
No, I've not seen adverts, no. I mean, I'm not actually not really paying attention to We Buy Any Car.
Is it Philip Schofield, or have they pulled him off now?
They pulled
for all the
yeah.
All the behaviour.
Yeah. Lewd behaviour, as they call it. Lewd.
Yeah, he's not on there anymore, I don't think.
Is he not?
No, he's not, no.
So that was always their selling point. Sell to us, and then you can go and buy a car or van, and you're in a better position to negotiate a discount because you've not got a part exchange, that's absolute nonsense.
No.
Most car places want your part exchange because
Yeah.
we're commercials, we're not bothered about cars. We want your vans, yeah, provided that they're new enough. If they're certain age or mileage, we'll just throw them into the auction, and again they'll be priced accordingly. So I think the point I'm trying to make is there's a huge difference between retail and trade.
Do you think people just assume they're going to be able to sell it for more elsewhere because you're a trader? Is that usually what it comes to? Because in my mind,
Yeah, I think so.
when I think about it, I always think, oh, it's easier to sell something on marketplace instead of going to a trader.
Yeah.
I don't know why I've got that mentality really. I think it's because trade price, obviously, that people hear that and they just think, oh, they're going to try and rob me. Do you know what I mean? That's what most people think.
Yeah.
Is that something that you've got to deal with quite a lot then? People saying, oh, why have you valued it at that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
We get some people, oh, this dealership's off that. Everyone's different.
We get that quite a lot, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. And whether it's true or not,
I think they're trying to bump the price up, you think?
I have my suspicions on this one because we'll get a call and it'll be, I've got this part exchange. We'll spend a bit of time and we'll try and figure this out first because we do spend a bit of time searching the vehicle, checking its history, working out a price, because without seeing it, it's difficult. If it's here, it's much easier, but we want to try and do this over the phone. So we'll spend a bit of time on it, and then we'll get an answer back. Oh, another dealer has offered me.
It's always like a grand more, 2 grand more. It's always
No, it's more than that sometimes.
Is it?
It's like 4 or 5 grand more. Or, we might offer 10, or I've been offered
14.
I've been offered 15, and I'll say take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, take it, 100%. If they've got a van that you want and they're offering you that, take it. Absolutely snap the hand off because it books at 10. Yeah, if you've been offered 50, take it.
Yeah.
You'll be 5 grand up. You know what I heard the other day?
Go on.
Right, get on this. I won't name the dealer, but quite a prestige dealer. Father-in-law bought an F-Type, and they wanted to charge him £180 admin fee
For what?
to buy the car.
Let's go and see Mike, can I have 180 quid please? Of course you can.
Come in and buy a van off us. Like, we want to sell you this van.
What, you've got to pay extra 180
You've got
pounds
to
for
pay
paperwork.
£180.
So basically, for us doing the paperwork, that's basically what they're charging.
An admin
180
fee.
quid. Wow.
Obviously he said, I'm not paying that, and they've said, alright, don't.
How many people actually
yes,
do
how
go?
many people falling for that?
Yeah. Especially if you're quite wealthy as well and you're going to go and buy a brand new car or through a business and it's going to be paid out with no finance.
They have some heavy stock as well.
What?
Yeah.
Costly stock?
Yeah, they have some pricey vehicles in there. So I bet a lot of people wouldn't even question that.
No, sake of 180 quid. Not half of
I mean, you're saying that, aren't you? The more money people have got, the more they tend to scrutinise things like that.
Yeah.
So, so 180 quid. We'll sell you a car, but you've got to pay us 180 quid admin fee.
Yeah, for no reason.
Fucking bonkers, isn't it?
What, for someone typing an invoice up and applying for finance for you? Bit naughty that.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to do it £100 now. That's what we're charging at Wolfsburg Bank. So all you customers who want to buy a van, it's £100 for me to type your invoice up. You heard it first.
But that won't be going through Mike, that'll be going straight in Danny's pocket.
Danny funds. No, hair transplant funds.
Yeah,
that's what it
there we
is.
go.
I told you, you've got to sell. How many vans was it?
100, I think.
100.
Oh wait, no, it was for 100,000 likes.
Oh, it's 100,000 likes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Keep liking, Danny needs new hair. Oh, nah, I reckon look a tip when I've gone.
I think we've got about 99,900 left.
I think it's been in grand now. I've been bald now since I was 29, so nearly 10 years now. So yeah, Ginger Danny's gone now.
But you've gone bald gracefully, haven't you? You're not asked about it, are you?
I don't give a shit, mate. Not asked one bit.
Some people do that.
Oh yeah. So that's a question I keep getting asked. I got asked this morning, and I think it was back end of last week. Where did the name Wolfsburg vans come from?
It gets harder. The more you work here, and the longer you have to say it.
Yeah.
You find it gets harder
Yeah.
to say it. Wolfsburg vans.
Yeah, Wolfsburg vans.
So Wolfsburg is the city where the headquarters of Volkswagen is. So that whole city of Wolfsburg.
It was built, wasn't it, for Volkswagen, wasn't
pretty
it?
much purpose built. The whole city serves.
Down to the houses, it's a full
Volkswagen.
structure. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go there at some point.
Yeah, but I know.
I said I'd take the lads over to do the factory tour and everything. There's no direct flights from Manchester, you know.
There's not, that's why you got to go to Liverpool, or is it like London way?
London, I guess.
London or changeover. I think it was Hanover and then a changeover.
That's it.
There's a lot of thinking about. If there was a direct flight, it'd only be an hour, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'm interested to see that
Or
museum.
Chris is scared of flying.
He's scared of flying, Chris?
Yeah.
Oh.
He drives.
He drives to France and everything, doesn't
He has
he?
to find a place in France, Chris, but he drives. But I reckon we could.
That'd be a good trip.
I reckon we could get a drink down him and get him on a plane.
A few bottles of wine, I think it'd be sweet.
A couple of bottles of
Right.
wine. Watching cars chaos on the plane.
Yeah, probably gets us kicked off.
So that's where the name comes from.
Because you've got the museum there, haven't you? You've got the car pods there. What's that one with the tower? When they've got all the car. That's part of in Wolfsburg, isn't it?
Yeah, and then they've got the museum with every Volkswagen ever made.
Yeah, I mean literally every Volkswagen ever made is in that museum. So basically, the full Wolfsburg town has literally been built for the workers, for everything. Obviously, times changed, but originally it started off as they built this town, then they put the workers there, then they put the factories there, and they did everything else there. So it was literally just designed for Volkswagen cars.
Heaven.
It was literally heaven, yeah. Heaven for us guys, yeah.
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 That's where I took homage from, basically, is that Wolfsburg's headquarters of
Volkswagen vehicles.
Volkswagen in Germany, and yeah, I thought it was a good name.
Yeah.
Before that, when he used to sell all types of vans, we were called Tameside Van Centre. It doesn't quite have the same ring.
Not got the same ring to it, no. No, it's not.
TVC. Doesn't have the same ring to it. So, yeah, before we actually specialised in customising, we were based over in Ashton, and I sold all types of vans. It stops like 50, 60 vans, you name it, big vans, small vans, and that's how this business started off. Every time a van broke down, Peugeot, Citroen, Renaults were alright, you know. Mercedes even, and I thought, we stopped selling them. So narrowed it down.
Which was the best-selling vans and what reliability?
Not even necessarily the best-selling vans.
Reliability.
Ford Transit, isn't it? Narrowed it down to Volkswagen, and I knew very, very early on, before I even had the forecourt Ashton, if you remember us there, before I even had that, when I started selling off vans from outside my house. Started with Vauxhall Vivaros, and I bought one. No, I didn't. I started before that. So I'd always sold cars on the side, yeah, and then I bought a house and did a full renovation in it. So I bought Ford Connect 06 plate XRAC van from British Car Auctions to use while I did the renovation. I filled it full of like 2-3 ton of rubble, went to the tip. That's when you could go to
proper
the tip.
trooper.
Proper, absolutely. Absolutely hammered this van and then sold it and made a profit. So I thought, hang about, I'm going to stop messing around selling cars, because I always sold cars. And in my spare time, never as my main business. I had a couple of other businesses before that. I had a toy company that I sold. So I'd always sold cars on the side. I thought, let's start doing vans. So I started doing vans outside the house, and then very quickly, 1 van went to 2 van and 3 van, and then the neighbours were getting pissed off.
Because you're just taking over the street, basically.
Taking over the street. Remember, I had this yellow Transporter and I parked it on the street, and it was on-road parking as well. So it wasn't like I had a house with a big drive and loads of storage that parked. It was on road, so I had to make sure they were taxed. And back then, tax stayed on the vehicle, not like it does now. So, you know, we'd make sure they were taxed. I had this yellow Transporter and I parked it outside one of the neighbours' houses. And she came and knocked on that. Please tell me you're not going to park that monstrosity out there. It was nice as well. So they got pissed off. I had to find somewhere. So we negotiated with a guy that had a car wash in Ashton, start using some space, and eventually he retired, we took over the lease, and then we ended up with the yard and selling everything, and eventually ended up with Volkswagen and Ford.
They're what you narrowed it down to the last two.
Still always used to keep a little bit of Ford stock, yeah.
Ford's, what is it, the most selling van in Britain of all time, isn't it?
No, Ford Transit is the best-selling vehicle. Not even
Vehicle?
Yeah.
Not even
Yeah.
not even van. It's the best-selling vehicle. Ford Transit. But chose to specialise in the Caddy specifically, just because the more that I did, the more knowledge got. I thought, if you're going to do something, let's do one thing and do it right, and you know everything about them basically. So that's how I ended up being primarily Caddy, transport, customs and stuff as well. But
Just keep them selling on it forward.
yeah, so we were trading for years without even being on social media. I didn't like being on social media, like sharing personal life or anything like that. I prefer to keep all that private.
And look at us now, got a full-on YouTube channel.
You've got to get with the times, haven't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. All that
Also
business.
brings money to the business as well. People make inquiry via Instagram and Facebook as well, aren't they? So inquiries around for suspension, carpet, like in sales of vans as well. So
It's just a platform, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
a platform to showcase what you
What we
do.
do.
Whereas before we would just advertise vehicles and sell them. Social media enabled people to be able to push out content. It's completely changed everything, hasn't it? You've got to have a social media presence now.
yeah,
Especially over the past, I'd say the past 5 years, it's completely changed everything. Before that, we were just showing pictures for people to like, really, weren't we? Now we're doing video content to show people what we do and why they should come to us and buy a van or have a van customised off us. Yeah, so Craig's measuring up because we're creating a new photo wall, if you like. So we're gonna build a big frame and then clad all that section right down into the corner, put a sign on the other side, and then that is where we'll take pictures of our vans to advertise them. At the minute we use the dyno bay. Before that, if you remember, if you followed us for a bit, we had a 360 turntable in the corner of the building here before we had the big ply wall up. It was all open. We had a 360 turntable where you drive the vehicle in and it takes 360 pictures and you could spin them around on the website and everything. It's quite fancy. But we needed to put a paint booth in this building, so we ripped it down and sold it, which meant we had nowhere to take our pictures, but we already had the dyno bay with all the nice lights over, so we started taking them in there. But really that's being used for polishing like almost constantly. So to take a van out, off polish, and then bring one in and try and tidy up and take the pictures, and you can see stuff in the background, it's not great. So nice new big feature wall to take pictures against. So Craig's going to use the bank holiday weekend to build the frame, and then we'll get the cladding in and get it all built. Nice sign on it. Just tidy it up as well, and it looks a bit scruffy, doesn't it? The wall,
It look better, won't it?
the wall's crumbling.
Yeah.
We can't do anything about it. It's not our wall.
No.
It's gonna hide all the top of the chippy there, which doesn't look good in the pictures.
No.
Okay, so a couple of new vans have landed. We showed you the white one, white Transporter. This is a Fortana Red Caddy Maxi Commerce Plus. Quite tidy, so we'll just go around it. Danny will tag the keys up. We'll put a job sheet in it, label up what date it landed, so then we can track how long it takes us to convert it and get it up for sale. We aim for 2 weeks, so that's an important part of the process. We're just going to go around it, see what work it needs, and then it'll be handed over to Connor in the body shop. I think we'll do bronze wheels on this. Fortana Red's a great colour, so I think we'll do bronze wheels. We'll change the suspension. It's on coilovers. Black rails.
So how does this differ
Seats.
from the original red? You know, the red that we spoke about a couple of weeks
Oh,
ago?
it's completely different. So dog dick red, cherry red. Fortana's like a deep red, quite popular,
Yeah, it's like dark red.
and looks grey.
It's like a purpley red, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks great. And then we've got the Transporter. So this is an Volkswagen Assist, ran by AA, so it's got all the racking in it. All the racking which we'll take out and sell. So if you're after some racking, drop us a message, we'll sell this to you. So this has got a tailgate on as well, so tailgate, 3 seats in the front. We'll colour code it all up, drop it, suspension, 20-inch wheels, nice kit on the front and rear spoiler. Yeah, full Wolfsburg treatment, so a couple of weeks and we should have that ready.
Yeah, so it's all going to be staying the same colour, just colour coding it, nice set of wheels.
Yeah, we originally spoke about changing the colour on it, but it's actually quite tidy. It's just got a couple of dents which we'll do paintless dent removal on. We've got to paint the tailgate because the chevrons on the back have took the paint off. But apart from that, it's quite tidy, so it wouldn't be worthwhile us changing the colour on this. Although we're excited to do a Merlin purple on a transporter. This isn't the van to do it on. This one actually, no VAT as well, which people love. I've explained in other videos there's no difference between VAT and no VAT, but people still seem to love buying vans with no VAT. I think they feel like they're getting a better deal, even though the van works out the same price. So yeah, nice Caddy Maxi 22 plate, 45,000 miles, no VAT. We don't know the price yet until we've done all the work and priced it up, but probably around 24, maybe 24, 25 grand, no VAT. It's a bit nice van for somebody. Fully Wolfsburg kitted up, to be confirmed on the wheels, but I'm thinking bronze on the Fortana red. We'll ask Danny, see what he thinks. Okay, so we've got this van in today for lowering. Now, while Mike's been lowering it, he's stuck his head in the back and noticed it's got a Turan seat conversion. After the really bad one we saw a couple of weeks ago, we've just started checking these when we see them to make sure that they're safe. It's got a child seat in the back, so especially needs to be safe. And what we've found is the worst seat conversion we have ever seen. I'm going to pass you over to Craig, and Craig's going to tell you all about it.
Well, what we've got going on here, we've got a customer van in. It's coming for lowering, but when we've had it on the ramp, we've noticed something strange underneath. So they've had a tour, or the customer has bought the van like this, with a Touran seat conversion in the back. So on further inspection, this one has been fully riveted in with small aluminium rivets, no welds, no bolts. Really, really dangerous. Painted with emulsion. Seat belts. This one is supposed to be to the floor. They've just bolted it to the same mounting point as the seat belt, so that's all on there. And then when we move up to the top, it's all being held in by this 8mm self-tapping screw. So one hard pull on that, and I would say that's probably going to come straight out. The dangerous part is, customer's been carrying a baby in the back.
Okay, so if you've got a Turan seat conversion in your vehicle, or any other van that you've got a seat conversion in, you're welcome to bring it into us for a free safety check, where we'll check it and make sure it's safe. This vehicle absolutely should not be carrying passengers in the back. It's so dangerous. If there's an accident, everybody in this vehicle likely is going to be killed by the people in the back when those seats are ripped out and sent straight through the front of the vehicle. Now, the thing with seat conversions is there's no certification scheme. So the only stipulation on a seat conversion is the seat belts comply to MOT standards. Now, that means if you take it for an MOT, the only thing the DVSA state is that the seat belts are fitted correctly. So you go for an MOT, the MOT tester should check that those seat belts are fitted correctly, and if they aren't, it will fail. However, they don't check seat conversions, and there's no certification scheme. We'd be all for a certification scheme if there was one, so that only approved installers can be fitting these seats in, so that we don't see vehicles like this on the road with really poorly fitted seats. So if you want your seat conversion, check in, give our office a call, and we will check it over for free for you. Okay, so that concludes episode 7 of Wolfsburg Weekly. Done a lot of talking in this week's episode, but next week we're going to bring you a nice Transit custom build that will be filmed over 2 weeks, so you get to see start to finish us taking a standard Transit custom limited back, put the full body kit, wheels and everything on. So if you like what you see, subscribe, give us a like, and tune in next week at 8 PM.